Tommy Boy is one of those classic comedy buddy film movies that we will never forget. It's one of those films that for some people they might not like it, some might do, but I feel that Tommy Boy is a cult classic. It's one of those comedy movies of the 90s that you would want to tune in when you, no matter how you're feeling. When we're talking about great comedy duos, we think about Steve Martin, Martin Short, Tina Fey, Amy Poehler. You have to mention Chris Farley and David Spade. There are many, many, many more great comedy duos, or I should say that they just bring out the best out of each other and they connect so well on screen together. The chemistry is impeccable. Chris Farley and David Spade, when they were together, they were magic. It's been 30 years since Tommy Boy came out. Tommy Boy is about Tommy, played by Chris Farley. He plays the character Tommy Callahan. He inherits his father, played by Brian Dennehy, I think that's how you pronounce his last name. So after his father passed away, Tommy inherits a near bankrupt automobile parts factory in Sandusky, Ohio. His brand new stepmother, Beverly, wants to cash out and close, but Tommy's sentimental attachment to his father's employees spurs him to make one last ditch effort to find someone who will buy their products. And Tommy's father, his assistant Richard, played by David Spade, he plays a character that he's kind of uptight, I should say. But, you know, Richard and Tommy, they go on the road and, you know, they slowly build up this chemistry. And they go and to try to, you know, meet clients and even scare off clients. So one of my favorite scenes of this movie is when both Tommy and Richard, they're on the road. And plenty of parts in this movie they're hitting the road, but there's just one scene that they're singing the song, it's the end of the world as we know it. That's one of my favorite scenes with both of them together. It's just a shame that Chris Farley, he passed away so young, so suddenly. And that crushed David Spade. You could even see it to this day. During interviews when Chris Farley's name is mentioned, you could see that somber look on his face because, you know, his buddy's no longer around. And I just felt like David Spade, even though his career continued after Chris Farley, but it was never the same. I feel that David Spade's career would have been much more successful. He's already a successful actor, comedian, however you want to put it. But I feel that he would have had more success if Chris Farley would have still been around. I feel like they would have made more movies together. I could be wrong, but I feel that there could have been more on the horizon for David Spade if Chris Farley would have been around then. I'm sure that Chris Farley would have had more success as well. So, but yeah, it still bothers me. If it ever bothered me, you know, the way Chris Farley's life ended the way it did. But yeah, those two together, they were just magic. They were magic together. And the movie's directed by Peter Sagal. All right. like I said, this is one of those movies that if is a feel good movie. It's a feel good movie. It's adventurous. There's some there's some great one-liners in this movie as well. Chris Farley, you know, he always goes over the top with his performances, but that's what makes Chris Farley the kind of performer that he was. And it's just, you know, a classic comedy movie of the 90s with a great chemistry between David Spade and Chris Farley. But you just gotta love the energy from Chris Farley in this movie. I think without his energy, the movie would have not been as good or as entertaining the way it was. But this is definitely one of those movies that, to make it clear to everyone, this is one of the most unforgettable comedy films of the 90s, especially 1995. So yeah, Tommy Boy, 30 years. Unreal. But that does it. Oh, I can't forget the review. From 1 through 5, I give this movie a 4.1 out of 5 stars. Thank you for tuning in. Hopefully you guys give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And as always, be safe. And may God bless each and every one of you. Take care, everyone.